All right. Welcome to Destination Divergence, episode 69. Last time, you guys continued exploring the castle that you have been adventuring through for the past several sessions now. You uncovered some sort of strange room that was difficult to get into. There was some sort of magic lock on it, but Faye managed to get through it, and inside you found a vampire of some sort, or some sort of undead man, smoking. So much that the room was full of smoke and you could hardly see through it. He spoke of fate and taking hold of fate yourself, and offered you a chance to pull some cards and to reach out and, again, grasps fate in your own hands. Several of you took this opportunity. I believe everybody in the party ended up drawing cards, whether they wanted to or not. But most people wanted to by the end of it. And some of you rewarded, and some of you not so much. After that, you continued your way through the castle and found Captain Peleus enjoying a meal. He invited you to sit, but it soon became clear that he was eating people. So you attacked and defeated him, and that's where we pick up. Let's pull you all over here. And you are free to move as you would. I'm going to remove the characters that are not here.
I think Clemens is the only one, seriously hurt. She tanked that successful save of a Finger of Death or Disintegrate, whichever one it was. I think it was Finger of Death.
It was.
Yeah, I think so.
She's looking a little skeleton-y at the moment.
Let me see. I don't want to be too wild, since who knows if we can do something else here, but let me give you I'll just start with one, just regular cure wounds at level 1.
Thank you.
Did we go through Pelea's pockets?
Not yet.
At this point, Spiritual Weapon would probably be pretty close to finished, so I'm just gonna remove that.
Oh yeah, you can kill it.
You still have wording on
Good roll.
you,
I do, which is lovely. You can take 12 HP, Clemens.
Thanks. That puts me back up above half.
All right, so in the room now are several skeletons that sort of collapse to the floor, as well as the skeletal figure of Captain Peleus, who is kind of, his bones have begun to separate, but he's sort of sagged, and his armor has kept most of his, actual structure together. His head is just kind of off the shoulder a bit, and, he was already dead, but now he's extra dead.
Now
Clemens
he's
is going
inanimate.
to investigate the kitchen.
I'll go with Clements.
All right.
Leroy will
have a couple
investigate the
minutes right
pockets
now, right?
upon a chance.
All right, what'd you say, Kark?
We have a couple minutes right now, right?
Yep, you got as much time as you guys need.
All right, Carrick is gonna change out of his current armor and put on the new armor that he got from the card he drew.
Okay.
Oh hell yeah.
Go for it. I don't remember if it requires attunement or not, but yeah, that's an easy enough change to make either way.
It does.
All right. The armor will still function at least. Leroy, go ahead and make me an investigation check to look over the body.
All right.
With help from Nakari.
Alright, he's helping.
Oh,
Yep.
with help, I'll roll another one.
All right, so together you piece through the pockets, trying to find whatever he might have on him. It doesn't seem like the outfit he's wearing is terribly practical. It doesn't have a ton of pockets for you to search, so what he's got on him is what he's got on him. Obviously, there's the staff he used in combat. That's something you could take. He's wearing a suit of plate armor, and he has quite a bit of packaged food. And with that roll, you also find tucked up behind his cape, sort of rolled up and tied to his belt, some papers.
Well, I will take the staff and strip the armor off, and I'd like to take a closer look at these papers.
Okay, so you have the staff.
Is the armor magic? Can you see that?
Oh, yeah, is it magic?
I don't remember. I mean, I suppose you could cancel whatever concentration you might have up and just recast it.
I didn't concentrate on anything, so.
Fair enough. The armor does not appear to be magic, no.
No.
All
Alright, then leave the armor. Don't bother.
It just
feel
looks
like
to be...
Well,
It looks very similar to several other sets you've seen around the castle. It's a somewhat ornate, but not like a ceremony set of armor, but it is in House Thorandar colors. It looks like it's a little fancied up because he had a high rank, things like that. But just a normal suit of plate. And you took the papers. Okay. That's the only two things you took?
and the staff,
Staff and papers.
which,
Okay.
also I have 2 tokens. I'll keep them, but
Wait,
Simulacrum is a high-level spell.
where's your other token? Oh, well, that's weird. All right, so you can add those papers and a staff to your inventory.
All right. Did the staff have any magical effects that I would, as a player, recognize, but maybe not?
Staff is magical.
All right, I'll do Magic Pelea's staff.
All right. So, in the kitchen, you guys find quite a bit of food being prepared in various states of preparation. The 2 ovens are currently roaring with some magic fire that's not producing any smoke. There are several sinks around, and Clemens, you recognize most of this meat here. It's pretty similar to what you saw out there on the tables. There's a few things you don't recognize, but you feel like, filling in the gaps. Probably people, too.
I'm looking at how, with absurd and horrific artistry, they managed to make a person look like a piglet and a drumstick. And I cannot comprehend the evil of these people. Is
Old
there
magic.
old magic? Is there any mechanism attached to the ovens for making the magic fire that we could remove from it?
Make me an investigation check.
All right.
Assist.
It's kind of hard to see through the flames and stuff as you're trying to look through,
Understandable.
but Milos is assisting you, so go ahead and roll that again, just to see if you're
Alright.
any higher. Milos takes a different angle and tries to point some things out for you. All right. Now that Milos mentioned, I think there's something back there, and you kind of shift your angle to look past the flames a bit. There is something glittering in the back of the stove that, with a 23, looks like a dragon shard of some kind.
Oh my.
That's all you can tell about it right now with the oven still running.
Should I try and get that out, do you think, Clemens?
If you can, I think we probably should. I doubt anybody else is going to come back here for it.
All right. I'd like to cast Mage Hand and attempt to free the apparent dragon shard.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me an...
Can we turn off the oven first? Is there an obvious way to do that?
You don't even with that check, you didn't find any way to turn off the oven that you could see. Go ahead and roll me an intelligence check, or with proficiency, I guess, too, for controlling your mage hand here. And
I'm just gonna roll it as a saving throw because it's the same thing.
that works.
19.
All right, so it's a bit tricky. It appears that this crystal is affixed in there a bit. It's but you are very familiar with how magic items are created, and you managed to twist it in just the right way so that it pops off without it breaking or anything like that. And even though the mage hand doesn't have too much force to it, it appears that the structure was not designed, to keep someone from yoinking this thing. So You manage to pull that out. And as soon as you do, the fire does stop.
Good job, Milos.
Thank you.
Is there one in the other oven too, or did that just kind of power both of them?
The other oven is still going.
Can I try the same thing?
Yep, now that you know where it is, go ahead and make another roll.
Can I give help to that? With a little bit to the left, etc.
Sure, I'll allow it.
Okay. What is 20 plus 9? 19.
All right, as you begin to pull this one out, Clemens, you detect just a faint sound you didn't hear when the other one was being pulled out, sort of a scraping sound, and you tell Malice to slow down, and then Malice manages to pull this one out without breaking it. And so you have 2 of these dragon shards, and both fires are out.
That was close.
Nice catch. Couldn't hear it over the flames.
Shall we dispose of all of this abominable food? Maybe we should have put it in the stove and gave it a good cremating before we put the shards out.
Probably. I mean, I can try and put a shard back in. I don't know if that'll turn the flames back on, though.
I suppose it would be an experiment.
Sure, let's do it. And I'm gonna try and mage hand one of them back in.
Science!
Okay, this time make me an Arcana check.
Ooh, I'm good at those.
I do not have proficiency in that.
29.
No, you don't need it.
You're an artificer. You know how magic items work. You manage to just quickly repair this thing. It actually, you put the crystal back and it doesn't quite function yet. But then just using your own artificer magic, you manage to kickstart the machine again, and the flame is running.
We are unstoppable.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna start shoveling people into the oven.
No.
Okay. Bit by bit, you throw bits of meat into the stove, and it starts to smell pretty bad in here.
I didn't realize Clemens was German.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna press to digitate the smell away.
Okay.
The least we can do for them.
Yep. You quickly disperse the smell. It comes back a few minutes later, but strangely, there's no smoke in here. Just that strange smell.
And once all the bodies are disposed of, can I yoink the crystal back again?
Sure. At this point, you've worked with it enough that I'll just let you do that. Yeah.
Woo. I'd call that a success.
I agree.
All right. And since they aren't identified yet, just mark note that you have 2 stove dragon shards or something.
Stove dragon shards.
Just so we know where they came from. What's everyone else doing?
Oops.
Carrick changing.
Reading those letters, I assume.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I would like to read the papers.
What languages do you know?
Is it in Elvish?
It is not in Elvish.
Oh, okay. Common, Celestial, Kiori, Readrin?
None of those.
Damn.
Leroy, what languages you got?
Oh, I wasn't kidding. Common, full stop.
Oh, okay. Nope, you don't recognize.
Common, Celestial, Elvish, Draconic.
Faye comes over and recognizes these notes as written in Draconic.
Huh. Son of a bitch.
I would like to read those then.
There's something familiar about this. They're in Draconic scripts, but you can't put together the words here. They're gibberish or scattered words here and there that don't make any sense grammatically.
Oh no, it's a part of the prophecy. He found it.
Well, it's encoded.
Didn't we
This looks
read the
very
other
similar.
prophecy?
This looks very similar to the encrypted notes you found in another room of this castle.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
The Draconic
we should hold on to
is
them.
inscrutable in that It was all cogent words, but they didn't really make sense.
Okay.
Maybe they're crafting instructions? Is that where we found the other one? Or set of notes like that?
They were lab notes, that's for sure.
The other set of notes you found were not in the lab.
Oh.
They were they were on this floor, actually. They were near the bed chambers. All that. There was a room that had several scrolls on the table, several bookshelves, and a big map.
Oh, like the secret room?
Oh yeah.
Sort of thing?
Not the secret room.
Second floor. Over here.
This was quite a while ago. One of the first rooms you guys explored on the second floor. My DM cursor is turned off so that I can move things without you guys seeing. But yes, Eric has it right. It's that room there.
Oh, I don't remember what was in there.
It had 2 magical scrolls, a map, and then the books on the library and the notes on the table. And the notes on the table were unreadable. Right?
Yeah, they were also in Draconic, and they were somehow encrypted. This was somebody's code that they wrote in to make sure that others didn't decipher it.
Question. Can anyone force the dead to speak? That is... Or wait, am I metagaming by asking if the magic exists? Sorry.
I'm aware that there's some magic that allows the contact with the dead, but I don't have any.
Nor
do I.
Oh, am I? Sorry. How about now?
That's better.
Excellent.
Is it just a UI error that Captain Peleus is not registering as dead?
Yes.
Okay.
I changed his sheet to a sheet that is more convenient for me to remind myself what loot is on his body, and that apparently removed the skull. But yes, he's dead.
Okay.
Map elemental.
Yes. I could let's see. Can I still give him a dead status? There we go. Dead.
Man's dead.
Well, we have to find the prophecy now, don't we?
Oh, I think so. Do you think if we compared these notes to the ones that were on the table in that office, if we could decode them? Does anybody here crack codes?
Let's give it a try.
I mean, I know a lot, but I don't speak Draconic.
I mean, I can do the interpretation if we build our, meld our minds together to try to math it out. Can we
I can read Draconic as well, so maybe I can help.
Okay, awesome.
I've
Can we
got really
just
strong logic skills. I can do my best to help out.
teleport over to that other room?
Oh, you guys took the notes with you. Somebody wrote them down. I remember that. I don't remember who took them.
Oh, it was probably Drost.
Yeah,
I don't remember who took them, but somebody's got them. We'll say that they hand them over,
okay.
just for sake of simplicity here.
I have them right here.
Perfect.
All right, so lay these boys out on the table, and
Like a full arm sweep to just get the people meat and the wine off.
try to start looking for patterns.
All right. So, anyone who wants to participate in this check, whether that's by helping, etc., needs to know Draconic. I'm going to ask for an intelligence, we'll say saving throw, so it can include proficiency potentially, in order to try and decode this. So I'm not sure any other skill would really apply here. It's not Arcana.
Ooh, guidance. I will guidance as much as I can.
Yeah, I will guidance. Can guidance stack?
It does not stack. But
Okay,
guidance will apply here. Faye could help Karik. That would work. And then it will
my
take some
intelligence
time.
mad low.
So this is going to take potentially hours to do. So anyone else who is not participating, you can do other things, or you could take a short rest, etc.
I kind of will go check out that vault.
I mean, you could walk that way if you want to.
Oh, I don't know where it is on the map though,
Okay.
because I wasn't here that day. But also, I'd like to pick up the armor that Carrick left behind on the floor, as he indicated to the chat.
Yes. Okay. So you can add that half plate to your inventory.
Right.
And scale mail apparently if you want it. Excuse me. The vault is. Do you see the prison to the south?
No, I see nothing to the south of this room.
Oh, okay. That's because you weren't here that day.
Because he deleted my token.
Right. If you end up doing that during the quote unquote downtime here, we could just navigate you there. That's fine.
All right.
It's out the door and down around, and you should be able to find your way. I'll lead you.
We'll
Change
get to it.
floors.
Though.
Yeah.
So, so the plan is currently guidance, Faye helping Karik.
Yeah, Faye helping Karik. Faye is also going to guide herself for the help roll. Or does my help just give Karik advantage? Because that would be ideal.
Just gives Karik advantage. Yep.
Beautiful. Yep. That's what
I would allow you both to make separate checks if you want to, but the help action gives someone else advantage. So.
Oh no, mine's gonna be terrible. So,
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Karik. Well, this is a saving throw. I did say so. I don't think guidance would apply here, but since I just said that for the sake of the way it works, I'll allow guidance to apply here. That's fine. Okay, so go ahead and make me just an intelligence check with proficiency if you have proficiency in intelligence saving throws, and add a d4
with advantage, right?
Yep. All right.
Not bad.
Flash it.
You could.
Flash.
No, I'm flashing that for sure.
All right. If you've got uses remaining, you may. So that's a 26.
Correct.
Okay. So with a 26, you do start to piece this together. It is going to take you some time, you realize, but bit by bit, you begin to uncover patterns. Occasionally, you go over your notes with Faye and ask, well, does this grammar make sense here? And, while you occupy your brain with trying to find patterns, Faye helps try to recognize grammar. Together, you start to work your way through this. It is going to take you 2 hours of time to get through this in order to find meaning in these notes. Do you stick to it?
I certainly do.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Yep.
So the rest of you have 2 hours to do what you will.
Do I need to be casting guidance the whole time?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. So you're concentrating on guidance repeatedly because that only lasts like what, a minute or 10 minutes or something
like that. It lasts in action.
It's got a temporary time on it, so you're essentially helping give some magical guidance here. So Leroy is occupied.
It's been a bit since we talked about downtime activities. Can I add 2 charges to the Distill Uncommon Arcane Essence that I have on my sheet, or is that I need to spend 2 long rests to do that?
Yeah. Making essences takes it takes a full day to make a chunk. That's an 8-hour activity. What tool proficiencies do you have? Because you might be able to do some other stuff.
Navigator's tools, and that's all.
Navigator's tools. Okay. Yeah, not a whole lot of downtime you can do here, unfortunately.
Usually my downtime is napping and drinking rum.
All right, you can take a short rest for you as well.
Yeah. I'll take my
All right, so that leaves
key points back.
All right. So that leaves just Milos.
I guess I'll stay around since no one else is going anywhere.
Okay, so a short rest for you as well. This could be a good time for people to attune to random magic items they found as well, if any of those are around.
Oh wait, no, casting spells.
Right, Leroy is occupied. So those of you who are taking short rests could, mix that up a bit too. So where are a few things?
I can identify the dragon shards.
You can identify a whole bunch of stuff. Yep, that's true. All right, so go ahead and name off things that you'd like to identify.
Well, the only two things I have that I'd like to identify. Well, yeah, I've got the 2 dragon shard things, although I'd only want to identify one because I assume they're the same.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to check just. Well, no, it wasn't magical, so I'm not going to check that fancy case with the silver torture things. So, anything else that anyone wants to give me that they need identified, do that.
Yep.
I got the sword and shield.
2 more things.
So that's 3.
I did announce what those were previously, but you guys still need to have them identified before you can use them. So I'll assume phase shield as well.
Oh yeah, that would be great. So yeah.
So phase shield in there.
List.
Dross would probably want his hammer identified. So that's 5.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else that anyone had?
No, I think we only drew 5 strength cards.
You did just pick up a staff, Leroy.
Oh,
yes, I would like that identified.
That would be 6, which would bring you to an hour, which would be perfect.
Yep.
All right. So, the dragon shards, they don't have a name because I didn't come up with one. But you do learn that they are infused with a magic that lets them constantly produce flame, and you learn how to activate them. So, essentially, they allow you to cast the Create Bonfire spell, but it does not require concentration when cast through these dragon shards, and they can just keep up that magic until they're turned off again.
Sweet.
So you can just make an area on fire for a bit.
Okay.
So, dragon shards of fire, I guess you could call them. Now what else was there? The sword and the shield we already identified, but just to put those on stream, one of them, I'm suddenly forgetting the name of them, but there is the sword that is essentially a spiritual weapon, the shield dancing sword, thank you. The shield that protects you against spells very well, gives you advantage against saving throws. Shield. Thank you. And spell attack rolls have disadvantage against you. Faye got an animated shield, I think that was called, which essentially allows the shield to float around Faye and protect her automatically without requiring her to have proficiency in shields or use an arm for that. Drost's hammer was a dwarven thrower. Very good at being yote at things, does some extra damage to giants, things like that. And what else? The staff. Right, the staff. So the staff I do have written down here is the bone staff that the Skull Lord was using. It looks like it's very hastily put together, very crudely made. It looks like it was made from spare supplies, but just the magic that is enchanted into it is helping hold it together. You learn that it is designed to channel negative energy from Delur, the plane that you guys were warned about previously, Leroy heard of previously, the realm of the dead. It can be used as an arcane focus, but it also can be used as a simple melee weapon with the finesse and special properties. It deals 1d8 bludgeoning and 46 necrotic damage on a hit. However, it can only be used once per round unless the wielder is undead.
You said that was called bone staff.
Holy shit.
Called the bone staff, yes. And if anyone's taking that, I can just throw that in their inventory real quick.
Hang on a moment.
I can't use it, so.
I mean, well, I wouldn't mind using that if I didn't have any points for spiritual, for my arms.
I'll take it if no one else wants it.
Yeah. Let's just discuss it later. We can give it to Clemens for the moment.
Yeah, we can hear you. Okay, so I'll throw it on Clemens for the moment. Clemens has the bone staff. There you go. Should find that in your inventory.
Yep.
Oh, I completely forgot to mention something about the Skull Lord, is that he had some money on him, so who would be taking that?
I don't think I
Elias,
had
rather.
any money.
So
Alright, somebody wants to edit the party funds? I'll read that off for you real quick.
Sure, yeah.
So that is 3 platinum.
Wait a second, where'd the party funds go? Oh,
sorry, storage.
3 platinum.
65 gold.
Okay.
55 silver. And 8 copper.
Okay. So that is really 70 gold. Unless well, no, don't do that, Eric.
Yeah, don't round it up unless you're making change with somebody.
Well, because I was converting the silver, but
is the bone staff what?
Is the bone staff like a rod that can be held in one hand, or does it need to be two-handed?
It is a. Yeah, you could theoretically hold it in one hand.
Okay. Thank you.
Sure. Most of its damage is from magic rather than it being something heavy you're swinging around. All right, so those are the items that got identified. And that is the 2 hours passed, or at least everybody's taken a short rest. Technically, Clemens and Akarth could fit in more 1 hour activities, but I'm not sure there's anything that really applies. So you guys get extra short rest. Woo!
I'll click the short rest button, even though it doesn't do anything.
You take an average rest, a medium rest.
Extra short rest was a cat nap.
Oh, hey, I have that. We can go to sleep for 10 minutes.
You take a less short rest.
Let's do it.
Slightly longer rest than short.
A shortened rest.
Short-term rest.
And
all right. So, Faye and Kark, you guys are piecing together some interesting information here. It's good that you found these extra set of notes because it appears that they go together. But this is one set of a whole that portions of them were taken and some of them were left behind. And with both sets of notes here, you have, at least more of a complete picture, you assume. There's no names written on this by who would have made them, but it isn't long before you begin to piece together who made these notes. These are notes on the Draconic Prophecy here. Not specifically elements of the Draconic Prophecy, but just somebody's study notes. You assume these are Daiten's notes. They are notes about shifts in the cosmos and tracking which path of the Draconic Prophecy is, well, the current one. Which path the future will take. And he's not happy about it. But, as is Daiten's way, he repeatedly talks about he might mention that it's a shame that such things will happen in the future. He does not plan to take any action to change this course. And this, you can tell from some of the writing here, brings him great distress. Near the end of the process, you begin to piece together what caused him so much distress. This great calamity that has just recently unfolded here was foretold by the Draconic Prophecy. Of course it was. Draconic Prophecy foretells of everything. It's the prophecy of all time. But Daiten had the piece that told that his home was going to be destroyed. And, again, as is Daiten's way, he took no efforts to change this course. The notes cut off at a certain point. It's less that they were interrupted and more that he just stopped bothering. The last things he wrote about were of the coming calamity and that it was a shame that it had to be this way.
Well, damn. I don't know what to think of this. Now, are we to believe that due to the existence of these notes that there is some actual tangible script of the prophecy in these halls?
It's definitely written from the perspective of somebody who is studying the prophecy, and it's yes, somewhere here.
Okay. Okay.
Whether these notes were written here or written somewhere else and transported here is unclear, but the notes definitely seem like they were transported from the location of a draconic prophecy.
Okay.
Plot twist, it's fanfic.
Oh boy. So I'm gonna, Carrick, should we relay all this info to the rest of the group?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we do that. And after Final Fantasy explaining hands conclude, I feel like one of the last unturned stones here is the vault.
Hmm.
Well, I've got this orb, and it kind of broke the elevator, but it still seems useful.
Oh my god, our special orb, yeah. I mean, at the very least, if we can get in there again, we can maybe study it more this time and see if we can figure out an actual solution. I guess obviously these notes were written by Titan, so it always does. We do have the fallback to simply take these to him and appeal to his nature in some way and just
I mean,
say that we've helped, we've done his task, and please, we need this, but we can certainly give it a try first.
considering he was willing to trade to just let this happen to everyone he ever cared about, I don't know if it matters what we say to him. He is very, very stubborn.
No, you're absolutely right, and certainly I don't know if my or Eli's charisma is gonna ever crack through that. So unless he's just very, very pleased that we put a stop to what was happening here, well, and maybe we do our best to to really comb through before we try to cross that wall. So is there anywhere anyone else wants to check besides seeing if we can figure something out in the vault?
I believe looking at the study we found these notes again would be, I don't know, perhaps productive.
I feel like there's still
in case
something we
missed
missed in that secret hidden library too.
Yeah.
For the sake of just remembering things that your characters would remember, that it's been weeks. There was a magic sword tied to a table in the armory. That might be something to check into as well. And there's other various locked doors that you guys have just passed by because you didn't have the resources to deal with them at the time, or time.
And I guess, now that I'm really thinking about it, as far as I can tell, we have cleared the dungeon. So we could probably go take a long rest if we wanted to, and then come back and deal with this on a fresh state, unless we think that I mean, I guess there's really nothing stopping us from taking a long rest in here.
I'm a little bit concerned about that. I mean, there is a lot of death fog.
You're not wrong.
Anyway, I'm totally fine with a long rest now. I feel like shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty like the ticking clock element of this, I think, has more or less concluded as far as I can tell.
Other than spending more time down here in this terrible, terrible place.
That is incredibly legitimate.
There is one thing
But-
that bugged me a little. When we talked to Daitan on the roof, it seemed like he got the sense that Peleus was in a rush to find the Draconic Prophecy. But in that case, why would he be chilling in a dining room eating? I mean, I guess he
thought
got
of
the
that
notes,
too.
He
I
may not
mean,
have been able to read it.
he also seemed to be kind of losing his mind, which maybe he got brought off his task by the lust for man flesh. Because, I mean, having the notes on, yeah, he very clearly wanted this at some point. But, yeah, I don't know. But now, I mean, knowing that we kind of have this pseudo confirmation that something is here, I feel like I don't want to. We can't go without it. That said, if we want to leave the castle, rest up in home base, and then come back, I'm more than happy to do that. But I guess do any of you, are any of you opposed to doing a little bit more stone unturning before we leave and return?
We should
Not at all.
Well, I feel like we could probably
keep
do
looking.
stone turning, but
Yeah.
I'm not opposed to it.
Let's just check door by door up here. Yeah.
At this point, yeah,
Good,
good.
I favor
Right
it.
there for
I
now.
just took
Just
off
for
the
now.
printing.
Yeah, it's okay. Just interrupting
That's
this
fun.
conversation. It's towards the end of the conversation here, but you hear some sort of wrenching noise. It sounds like metal being bent and twisted in ways it's not meant to be, and just that
My
high-pitched whine of something. And then some rubble falling here and there.
Oh.
It's my
Good.
son.
Yeah, thinking of what we know, it doesn't seem like there would be any chance it could be in like the direction of our large friend.
You hear it come from the door that is open here, the double doors that are open to this cafeteria area. It's echoing down those halls.
Oh, wonderful.
We gotta get after that.
Well, let's go.
And run!
Wait, why are we running?
We gotta go find the source of that
There's something.
As you say, there's something. Whatever this thing is, immediately turns towards you. And okay, I'll unpause for a second so people in the back can take the steps that they're meeting to. But as soon as Milos dashes ahead and says there's something and points, whatever this figure is that is down this hall was currently looking to the west, but immediately turns to look at you and starts to let out a growl that increases to a high-pitched scream. And we're going to roll for initiative.
That's a yikes from me, dog.
I'm glad it's just a fucking straight tunnel. Oh no.
I mean,
High fey roll for once.
It's not bad.
we should probably retreat a little bit.
Especially, that's an anagram if I've ever seen one.
All right, so beginning combat, Karik is up first.
Can I move through people at half movement or something?
Yeah, you can do that. Your allies, I'll assume, will just get out of your way, so that's fine. So no half movement needed.
That's a mean-looking dude.
It's a mean-looking dude. It appears to be some sort of grotesque ape-like figure with wings. Very tiny wings, but wings nonetheless.
It's just the Vanguard from Demon Souls.
I am going to shoot a firebolt at.
It is very tall. It's a little over 10 feet tall. That does hit. Yep. All right. You send the firebolt out, and it seems to kind of skim off some of its fur and then hit the wall behind it. Not leaving a singe mark, but it does recoil from it a bit. Seems like fire doesn't do as much as you expect.
FYI. Good to know. Am I allowed to cast a... I can cast a leveled spell as well as a cantrip, right?
Yes, if you've got a bonus action leveled spell.
Yes. Alright, I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
Alright.
Just put it... Technically I can't see behind them, so I'll just put it like right here.
Okay, so we'll just put that there and remember that that's yours.
I assume a 14 doesn't hit.
14 does not hit. Nope.
Wait, why does that have disadvantage?
That's weird.
I did one hit.
Were you holding down control for...
Yeah, probably. Because that's my push to talk now.
First one was the lower one either way, so...
Alright. And then Carrick will say, let me get out of your way. And he'll move into that little room there.
Okay. Easy enough.
Nikarth, remind me, do you like haste? You was on mute.
I fucking love haste. God.
Alright. I love to give you haste.
Wonderful.
So yeah, and
Alright, Nikarth is hasted.
Hasting.
Woo!
hastened. It's -5, some bitch getting low.
He is a speedy boy.
And I think I'm gonna.
Knock it up.
Yeah, I'll just go straight back. Yeah.
Don't you dare lose concentration.
Wait, no. Yeah,
all I
down
gotta
there,
say.
down there. Okay. End turn.
Okay. Clemens.
Alright, she's gonna scoot around the corner to see what's going on. Yeah. 10 feet. Oh my. Okay. She's going to cast a Wayward Soul. So it's going to need a spiritual weapon marker.
Okay. The one on the left is Clemens's.
Alright, and that's... Yes, she's going to... So one of her shadows separates from her, draws her black blade from her belt, and then slides along the floor and rises up in a corporeal manifestation within melee range of the thing.
Ooh.
Does a 26 hit?
It does. Okay. And Necrotic, you may re-roll if you would like. Up to you.
Alright. I will keep that. Thank you.
Okay, so 8 damage.
Yes, and I can cast an attack spell with a bonus action leveled spell, is that correct?
So you cast a bonus action level spell, so you can still cast a cantrip this turn.
Okay, thank you.
That's a hit.
Pass turn.
Okay. As the lightning crackles across its fur, it also seems to just disperse into the floor around it instead of doing as much damage as you feel like it should.
Uh-oh.
Seems like lightning doesn't do a ton either. Milos, you're up.
Great. I'm gonna take a step to the right for a clearer shot and 2 crossbow bolts.
Okay. Is this a magic crossbow?
Yes, it is. It is infused.
Okay.
21.
That's a hit.
All right, and 10 piercing and a d6 for 2 cold.
Okay.
And I'm gonna arcane jolt. Where's the button? It's in. There it is. Usability damage. For 6 force.
Okay.
Oh, that's only the first shot. I get to shoot again.
Another bolt slides down in from the infusion.
Yep, 18.
That is a hit.
Whoa.
For 11 piercing.
All right. You fire the first bolt, and that kind of makes its shoulder recoil a bit, and it tries to block the second bolt, but that first recoil one barely makes the second one hit. So, 11 piercing. Cold damage was a very minor part of that, but yes, I'll let you know. Cold seems to not do as much as you expect either.
Oh, I was just wondering if you got that d6
Good.
again.
Oh, I did get the D6.
No, I only get 2 once per turn.
Okay.
All right. So, after all that, it roars and it flaps its little wings as fast as they can go, and it starts to hover off the floor. And then it will move right up to Clemens.
It's T-posing and approaching.
It is T-posing and approaching. And because of the T-pose, it also begins to sparkle. And at first you think this sparkling is kind of comical because this thing is so ugly and the sparkling looks kind of pretty, but then the sparkles begin to shift into this strange color of light that only sickens you, and there's nothing pretty about it at all. And it basically starts to go full Rajang with golden fur.
Beautiful.
Oh no.
And you need to make, Clemens only needs to make a wisdom saving throw. Clemens is the only one close enough. Okay. Clemens, you are unaffected.
All right.
And you're immune to this effect.
I was already sick enough. I just shoved people into a freaking oven.
Yes. Okay. After that, it assumes that you are very distracted by what it just did, and it immediately tries to chomp on your shoulder.
How?
Does a 27 hit? All right. You take 30 piercing.
Yeah, that punctured a couple things.
All right. It then immediately swings with both claws in a crisscross pattern.
Fail. Fail.
All right. Fortunately, that bite shocked you awake, and you jump back just in time for those claws to miss you. Nakareth, you're up.
Oh, wow. That. All right. I move there, and then summon the Arms of the Astral Self as a bonus action.
Okay.
And the Visage, and the Body, because I could do all 3 of those.
Does the 16 pass your dex save for summoning the arms?
Fuck. Why do I never remember?
8 proficiency is 4. 12 plus your wisdom. Mod.
Wisdom is 4, so 16.
So it barely passes.
Balls. Alright, so does it still take that half damage? I don't think so. I think it's Saber Suck. Yeah. Alright.
I think so, yeah.
Then.
Yep. Saber Suck.
Okay. Now I'm gonna make 3 attacks because I'm hasted.
Yep.
And yeah. Normal. That's a miss. Normal.
Miss. Hit.
Hallelujah.
All
That's
right.
nice. 12 force damage.
Your first two swings miss entirely, but then your third one just hits it square on the jaw right behind that tusk, and it just cocks its head directly to the side, and then it looks at you angrily.
You know what? Stunning strike. Just
Okay.
because. Con save.
23.
Yeah, didn't think so. All right. It's always worth trying. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay. Leroy, you're up.
All right. I will poke my head outside and oh my.
Oh me, oh my. It's ugly.
He thick. Or she, they thick. And I suppose I will pull out my bell and toll the dead.
Okay. Wisdom save, right?
Yup.
18.
Alright. And that passes.
Okay. So it takes no damage from the cantrip.
It takes no damage. Oh. Wait, I'm not attuned to that sword. That means I can't use it yet. I can't, like, toss it in the air.
Yeah, it requires attunement.
Alright. I still toss it in the air.
Alright. You yeet it straight up or kind of at the thing?
Just sort of, yeah, like at an angle.
Alright, you throw it and it clatters to the floor right behind Clemens.
Oh. Command wood, whatever. Turn over.
Okay, Carrick, back to you.
Oh, Carrick's gonna pop out here. He's first thing gonna cast. What do I want to do here? Yeah, I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay. Shield of Faith is up.
And I'll take some attacks.
Alrighty. That is a miss. Oh no!
Wow.
That is
Lots of
unfortunate.
ones
Oh my
tonight.
god.
I'm
Big
so
yikes.
sorry.
Tragic.
This
You-
creature is powerful diamancy.
Yeah, you cast Shield of Faith on yourself, and you run up and you trip over the sword that was on the floor next to Clemens while you try to find an angle. And that doesn't make you topple, but it throws your balance off enough that your two swings just go completely wide.
Who put the sword here?
Faye.
Leroy.
Oh damn. Quick combat. Alright. I'm gonna kind of peek out here. And I'm just gonna let loose, knowing it's not gonna be great. I'm just gonna let loose a firebolt.
All right. That's a hit.
Oh god, so high. We love it. Yeah, 25.
That's a good roll. And again, doesn't seem to do as much as you assume, but
Be popping.
that does hit harder than some other things you've seen so far.
Yeah, that's okay, because I'm mainly doing this to cast my spiritual weapon with my bonus action.
All right. I should set up spiritual weapons for everyone else that has them now, but Faye does have one, so I'll use it. Assuming, like, here.
yeah. Yep. That bit's been missing the past few combat instances, so it's very, very happy it's got 25.
That is a hit, yep.
Get booted. Alright, 10 damage for us.
All right. Slice. It is now looking pretty hurt, as they say. As the scythe
All right.
appears behind it, and before it can react, just stabs right into its, like right behind the shoulder blade.
And I peek back around the corner.
Okay. Clemens.
Clemens is gonna call her spiritual weapon to the unoccupied space behind it.
Okay. Whoop.
I guess a 10 does not hit.
It does not hit, unfortunately. Now it's
Alright.
very conscious of its flank, and so it manages to defend.
Clemens commences booming bonk.
Wayward soul.
It's
Ooh.
good flavor text. Good. That's unfortunately a miss, though.
Alright. So she fails to booming bonk.
true.
Now, can the bone staff not be used after a failed hit, or does it only work?
You can
does it
only attempt it once per turn. Yeah.
Okay. Then she'll pass turn.
Okay. Milos. It is you.
All right. I'm going to take 2 more shots with the bow. 17.
17 does not hit.
All right. Then I'll shoot again. 22.
That is a hit.
All right. I'm gonna hit it with the arcane jolt as well. So 15 piercing and
Damn.
9 force, and we'll do 1d6 poison for 6 poison.
You watch the magical poison on the bolt hit his body and then just completely drip off the bolt and not even go into his system at all.
All right. Don't use poison, guys. It doesn't work that well.
Fucking demons.
And pass turn.
Okay. It's gonna see if it does not recharge the horror nimbus, but it is still going to so it stops being Rajang and it goes back to normal Rajang mode, and it's it liked the taste of Clemence's flesh before, so it's gonna try and take another bite. 27 to hit.
I want to munch.
29 piercing damage.
Baby munch.
Alright.
As it just
fucking yikes.
reaches down and again just bites into your shoulder, just taking a big chunk of flesh out, just bleeding down the side of your body. You feel like you're
Ow.
probably going to pass out very soon if you don't get some medical attention.
I can't feel 3 of my limbs.
And it's not done yet,
That will fail.
as it tries to do the same cross swipe attack with both claws.
That will
Both miss again. It is very bad with
Rox's
those claws.
paw.
It's so distracted by the tasty man meat in its mouth right now that it doesn't know what to do.
Ugh, I don't like the phrase man. That's a bad one.
You're welcome.
Would never taste so good. You just drop your fork.
It's just sitting
Yeah.
there kind of like absentmindedly chewing. And it is Nakarad's turn.
Well, Nakara's gonna spend his bonus action to cast Hunter's Mark
Okay. It is now marked.
on this bad boy.
I'll use this.
So, boop. Cast spell.
Alright.
Effects.
Also-
Let me turn that on. Toggle effect.
You are concentrating. You are concentrating. You are concentrating. Anyone else concentrating? so.
I'm
concentrating.
concentrating, but I'm super far away.
Oh yeah, I just wanted to make sure everyone was marked, so I remembered.
I'm concentrating, yeah.
All right.
Oh.
I'm not using this interface anymore.
That is an unfortunate one.
Great.
Fuck. Where
I have
are
never seen
my
so many
dice?
nat ones in a single combat
This
before.
has been
Never before.
This thing is definitely manipulating luck.
All right. All
Granted,
right.
it's had some
Okay.
pretty terrible rolls itself, so maybe it has to give one up to gain one.
Yeah, that's 5 natural
What's
ones
my bonus
already.
again?
There's 2 in a row earlier.
+8, right?
Yeah.
Yes, +8. So does an 18 hit?
Yes, an 18 hits.
Hallelujah. So this is gonna do 2d8 plus 1d6. Garbage. Hot fucking garbage. 8 plus 4. 12 points of damage on the first attack.
12 points of damage.
hits.
Force?
Yes. And second attack. 18 plus 8, 26.
26 hits.
1d8 plus 1d6. 5 plus 4, 9.
9
Points
force
of force
damage. All right. It is not enjoying these punches.
Good.
Leroy.
All right.
Tis you.
Seeing that my battle didn't do very good, I will try to Eldritch Blast it.
Okay. Go for it.
All right. First shot. Pop. 10.
Miss.
I assume that misses. Second shot.
Hits.
19. Hits. All right. I'll roll that in a moment.
Yes.
Third shot.
Crits.
Also hits.
It does also hit. It do be hitting though.
When the Eldritch Blast
14
is just
damage.
14 force damage.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'll go pick up that sword.
Yeah. First shot, you get it right in the chest, and it just kind of looks down, then looks back up at you angrily, and you take opportunity of that. Take advantage of that exact moment when it looks back at you, and you just drill it in the eye with an Eldritch Blast. And it does not like that at all. There's just
Take
black
that, sucker.
blood just oozing down its face and onto its chest now. Anything else, Leroy?
A cautious step back after that imagery.
Okay.
Pass turn.
Carrick, you're up.
Okay. Let's see. Carrick is going to.
Very real quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, am I better now?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Let's try a thing.
Ooh, a thing. Okay.
I'm gonna shrink him.
All right, so that's a Constitution save. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. That is a 19.
Yeah, he passed.
Okay. Does anything happen when he passes?
Don't think so.
On a success, the spell has no effect. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Bonus action, spiritual weapon attack.
Swing. Yeah. I think yours was back here, but I mean, honestly, there's enough room in here if you like stack it. I'll put it like there. They're not real things. They can take up made-up space.
Yeah, made up. Sorry, I'm having trouble trying to.
Hit. It was with a disadvantage for some reason, but either way, that's a hit.
2 real good rolls.
Yeah, worked out pretty well. All right.
All right, and I think that's gonna do it. I don't think he wants to risk an attack up.
Alrighty. Faye, it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna round the corner. I'm gonna fucking just yell benediction. Drop that heal on Clemens.
Perfect.
Consume the remainder of my spell juice. It's a fat 70 HP, my man.
Thank you.
Let's see. I think that's what that's 9. I think 9 sorcery points. Yeah.
Is there like a sound of spaghetti slurping as Clemens heals up?
Oh, just big slurps. That's canonical. And then I will do my spiritual weapon bonus action.
Swing. Get that crit. Aw, so close.
Hold up. That was an attack roll.
Yep.
I'm going to expend a charge and make that a crit.
You can. Yep. Go ahead and mark down that charge.
I will.
And roll the crit damage.
A what charge?
A Faye has a magic
crit.
item that
I got a lot of
has not been
features.
revealed.
Baby.
All right,
I know
so
which magic item that is.
pow! It is pretty messed up by that, but it's still, well, I would say standing, but it's currently hovering on its tiny wings, just flapping like bee wings, barely keeping it up. By all known laws of aviation, the Nalfeshni should not be able to fly.
If it cannot.
Thank you.
All right, and then I'm gonna move myself back out of harm's way again.
Okay.
Jeez.
Clemens, you are fully healed, or significantly healed up now. I assume fully, because it was a lot of healing.
Yeah, far over healed up. Spiritual weapon is going to bonk with a blade, I guess. Not really a bonk. A schwonk, how about that?
That's
a
a hit.
24 schwonk.
Honk.
And I have advantage on damage, is that correct?
Not advantage, but you can choose to reroll
Okay.
if you don't like the result.
Gotcha. I will reroll, please.
Yep.
Well,
Same result. Okay, so
Okay.
it takes 6 necrotic damage.
Yep. And then I'm going to Booming Blade. Does a 21 hit?
That's a hit.
And I would like to keep the necrotic damage there.
Okay.
And I will roll the Booming Blade damage.
All right. How do you want to do this?
It's coming in for another bite, and I want to shove the skull into its skull and explode its skull from the inside of the skull with necrotic little lasers that come out through the eye sockets and the ear holes.
Perfect. As you do so, the skull kind of swells up for a moment in an unnatural way, and those tusks on the front just kind of pop out, and then more necrotic lasers are firing out where the tusks were. Then its head explodes. The body collapses to the floor before it begins to just burn and dissolve away into a mist and kind of dark red fog that evaporates. And we are out of combat.
I'm very glad I didn't get hit harder by this thing, I say, looking at the staff.
On the ground, after the body dissipates, is... let's see, a 39. A small glowing... It looks like maybe part of an organ. Something. And it's definitely glowing with magic power. Leroy detects this.
Is it a?
That's magic.
Does it look like an essence?
It do.
Ooh, can we tell what kind?
If you run up to it and grab it and investigate it.
I'm gonna grab it.
I would also like to help investigate, but I'm going to be more cautious about grabbing it than Faye has just described.
Okay. Roll me whoever wants to check it out, roll me an Arcana check.
Sure.
All right. Faye identifies this as an uncommon arcane essence, or, well, the stomach of a Nalfeshni that could be used for such a purpose. But you may just mark it as
Arcane.
an uncommon arcane essence.
Okay.
And
I'm tracking my
evaporates.
essence shit elsewhere.
Clemens and Milos, are you getting a little closer to one another?
And then haste ends on Dakareth,
We are a
and
good
you
team.
experience a few seconds of time lag.
When you burn bodies with someone, you start to form a close bond of camaraderie. I've always found that to be true.
Fair. So, are we going to talk about the fact that a giant demon seems to have shown up in this castle right as we solved the last captain?
Hold on.
Yeah, that's a big
How many
concern.
times have you had to burn bodies?
A couple.
I'm a pirate. It happens all the time.
Oh, all right.
Don't you normally just drop them into the sea or something? I thought that's how that worked.
They have a bad habit of coming back the kind of places we sail.
That makes sense.
Oh.
Does it make sense?
I mean,
It's a
the
reasonable
world is a
explanation.
strange and terrible place. The life we lead is so goddamn weird already. We may as well just accept it.
Okay. fuck.
Anyways,
Is anyone okay?
Fine.
Ooh, also, Jordan, quick question. I used to have, or I have a Pearl of Power that can restore up to a 3rd level slot. With my new system, can that just restore 5 sorcery points?
Yes. Yep. That
Okay,
would be
I'm gonna
equivalent.
use it. Since I am at 3 sorcery points. For anyone's reference, that's out of 85.
Oof.
So there we go, back up a tiny bit. I think y'all heard those horrid sounds, right? We should see where that thing came from.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree.
Milos,
Did
you're the
we want
first
to-
one to see it, and it looked like it was heading west when you saw it before you mentioned it, and it turned towards you.
Well, if it was heading west, that means it probably came out of the elevator room, right?
And indeed, you can see on the map here. I can't live edit the map, but there's no doors there anymore. There's no middle pillar. It looks like he just bust through the wall, Kool-Aid Man style, destroyed those walls and stuff. Inside here, the metal gate that you guys fell onto earlier to get down here has been just bent open, like one of the panels was just torn aside and climbed up through there, is what you would guess.
Oh, climbed. Oh, all right. Well, into the basement we go, I guess. Fuck.
Should we perhaps check the armory place first?
Perhaps.
Maybe we should take a look at the Colossus head and vault beforehand.
Too. Yeah. We
Yeah.
can solve this in a moment. Time pressure, you know.
Well, if he was rushing west, what's even over there?
I mean, our bro is over there,
Yeah.
and then there's some bathrooms.
Maybe he just needed to relieve himself.
Amazing. Okay, well, damn. Okay, where do you want to go to first? So wait, actually, real quick clarifying question. So there's like a new area open that we haven't seen before? Is that what?
It
Is that what's
busted
implied?
up from under the metal grate.
Okay.
Yeah,
Came
so
up from beneath the elevator.
Yeah, the first floor.
You guys came from the higher floor. Milos opened it up by using that arcane orb he found to just control the door open. This would take you back down to the first floor.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
my bad.
So does it look like we can still go up if we want to?
I mean, it's open above you, but
Mm.
you might have to climb.
You know, I'll be the first to admit I'm not a great climber. We could always go back to the bottom floor and then go up the elevator that we have control of.
Yes. Okay, so we can do a loop if we absolutely need to. Okay, so we're not like blocked off from anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna walk over to the west. I just want to
I'm
see if
gonna
there's
go
anything
with
weird.
Faye because I know that she is squishy.
All right.
Just a
I'm
break
just-
room over here.
You guys look
That-
through some of these rooms, and they don't appear changed from how you saw them before.
Oops.
Stuff on the wall, not books.
Some sort of bathing room, some sort of with games and books. Looks like some sort of lounge and a bathroom, of course, and the entertainment room that you found below as well, with the sort of mini auditorium chairs with magical amplification.
Okay.
A real power move if there was a glass pane just like here.
Mm.
Well, I want to know where the fuck that thing came. I mean, God, he was on a mission. He just busted through. Yeah, that aside, we still gotta do what we were gonna do before. Gotta find the.
So
Let's see. Milos,
Yes,
you have an incredibly high passive investigation.
I do.
So Milos puts together a few details here. Just because his passive investigation is a 24. So of course he's going to realize random details that fit together here. Whatever that thing was, it appeared to really enjoy just eating flesh.
oh, it was coming to like hang out with the boys.
You also just burned quite a few bodies and then masked the
Oh.
smell temporarily, but not for long.
Oh, it was
Clemens,
probably
why
looking
did
for us, Clemens.
But I suppose it found us. That explains a lot.
It was a good attempt to clear up the smell.
Well, we cleared him out too. Yes.
Did we
I'm
dump him in the
flashing
oven
the
too?
most disappointed dad look at the both of you. Oh my God.
Its body is gone now. It evaporated but left
Oh.
an organ behind.
Well, I
Did we
suppose
burn
that
that?
tells us there likely aren't any more of them.
Hopefully.
Keep your ears open. Anyway,
To understand that you guys just performed an accidental summoning ritual for whatever that was.
I got rid of the smell. I didn't think there'd be any repercussions.
Sounds like a yes.
Do I
gonna lit a
recognize
match.
Because like, I do know how to summon greater demons.
What was your question?
Did I recognize that creature?
Roll me an Arcana check, I'd say. Probably Arcana.
I'm
Uh,
fine. with all
I think
that.
demons are Arcana.
Yeah, I think that would work. I mean, yeah, that was
Demons,
definitely a
invisible.
demon that you saw. It was a fiend rather. It was a demon actually. Yes, correct. Not like a ridiculously powerful demon, but not low in the ranks. I mean, it's pretty strong. It would take a pretty strong summoning spell to